In this video section, I'll be teaching you how to draw a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom semi-detached very easily in your ArchiCAD. Semi-detached buildings are actually buildings that have similar spaces and dimensions. But you can see from the plan on the screen, we have a bungalow that is 2-bedroom semi-detached, which means we have 2 different apartments. The one at the left is exactly a prototype of the one at the right. So we're going to start this design, and I'm going to show you how to do it very easily and very quickly. Now, the first thing we do is to click on Ctrl+7. Now, Ctrl+7 is just the story setting, and remember, this our building, is a bungalow, so we don't necessarily need to do anything in the story setting because the story height is already 3 meters. So we'll move over to the next step, which is our wall settings and other settings. So let's come over to wall settings. Then it's already 3 meters here, so we'll leave it as 3 meters. We'll change this structure to basic. Then we did the wall dimension. Since it's a bungalow, make use of 150 mm width. Then the reference line, will leave it as center. Then if you love to change your floor plan wall display, how you want your wall to be displaying your floor plan, you can make the effect here. Then you can click OK. But before we start, also we can actually come to options, project preference, dimensions. This will help you in your dimension properly. When you change your millimeter, you have to change your meter to millimeter. Then you change it to 1 to 0, then high 0 decimal. This will help you that when you're labeling your work, just as you can see in the floor plan, it will be in millimeter, not meter. So ArchiCAD is actually programmed to dimension project, to dimension anything you are doing in meters. You're the one that will change it to millimeter, centimeter, inches, or whatsoever scale, whatever dimensioning unit you want to use. So for this work, we'll be using meter, and you can also check out now other videos too. How to change your line thickness is actually in our smart video where you see pens and colors. You can actually create new line weight. So for this design, since we'll not be doing working drawings, we already have a video in this channel where we teach working drawings, so you can actually check that up. For now, what we're doing is modeling, how to model this building perfectly. So having done that, I'll come back to wall again and start our modeling proper. Now, the first thing I will do is to create a vertical wall and an horizontal wall. So if you love to change your wall display, you can change it based on that settings I showed you then. So, but there is no issue that designing with this wall. It's the same thing. So we have a vertical wall and a horizontal wall, and these are the only 2 walls I will draw. This makes your work very easily to model and avoiding mistakes. So having drawn my vertical and my horizontal wall, I will then keep duplicating it. I will then keep duplicating these 2 walls. I will not create another wall. I will not come right here and create another wall. No, I will make use of, if I need a vertical wall right here, I will duplicate this one. If I need a horizontal wall right here, I will duplicate these 2. Then the first thing we have at this angle, the left hand side, is the bedroom. So I'm drawing the semi-detached building, the apartment at my left hand side. That one I'm drawing first. Then we'll duplicate. Bedroom is 3,300 in dimension. 3,300. Enter. Remember, this wall has a thickness, so I'll be adding the thickness of this wall. Click on Ctrl D again and move it. So this is how you add a thickness of a wall. You can confirm it right here, not 3,300. So move to the next one, which is kitchen. Ctrl Shift D. Kitchen is 2,225. 2225. Enter. We'll add the thickness, Ctrl D. There we go. Then move to the next one, which is a veranda slash the dining. The dimension there is 2,375. Ctrl Shift D. If you want to know how to use ArchiCAD shortkeys, check up our previous video, you have up to 60 plus AutoCAD shortkeys you will need to learn. So we have 2, 3, 75. So we'll add the thickness. So now this is the width of the entire one semi-detached. Here is the bedroom, here is the kitchen, here is the veranda / dining. So from this wall now down here is the other apartment. So now let's continue with this first apartment. So we'll now start working on the length. The other width here, the other dimension here is 3,300. Enter. Then we add the wall thickness, Ctrl D. Move over to the WC / bathroom, which is 1,000. Make sure that it's straight. If it's not straight, you escape. Ensure that the wall is straight, which is 1,000. So if it's not straight, you have something like this. So ensure it's straight. Ctrl Shift D. You can pick from this edge 1 meters at 1,000 mm. Add the wall thickness, Ctrl D. This is a simple way of drawing your walls very fast. Then we have the bedroom, which is 3,300. Then you add the wall thickness. I haven't done this, then these walls are no more needed. They're not excess. This is where the building stopped. Then we move over to the next one. The WC ends at 1,800. So from here we'll draw the WC. $1,800. We'll add the wall thickness. So we can trim this and this. Then we have this wardrobe that started at the middle. So we can draw this from the middle. Ctrl Shift D. How to easily get the middle? Just trace it from here to edge. 1,150. So divided by 2, we have 575. That is the middle. So we can trim all what we don't want. So this is how this place is: bedroom, WC, and bedrooms. Over to the next place, which is the kitchen. So all these lines are not needed. So start with the kitchen. The length is 2,275. 2,275. Ctrl D to add the wall thickness. So remove the extra walls. Then we have a lobby right here of 900. Delete that using our Control key. Then at here we have our W bath, which is 900. Control Shift D. Bedroom of 900. So we add our thickness of 150. So you can also remove it from here and here. Length is 2,275. Control Shift D. 2,275. Then add the thickness, Ctrl D. My thickness is just moving it from one edge to the next edge. Now we can trim all what we don't want. So this is how it is. Then move us to the next phase. Just remove all we don't want. So we have the next one. Let's start with the one at the back, the veranda. The veranda width is 1,000. So we have 1000 here. Add the thickness. Now we trim off. And we have the dining, which is at the same length with this lobby here. So this is the width of the dining because it has the same length with this lobby here. So you can also check that up. So now this is, we have the lunge here. So from here down to the lunge is 4 meters, which is 4000 mm. 4000. And we add the thickness. That is exactly where the lunge stopped. Then we can trim off all these excesses. Now from the lunge to the entrance porch, we have 1650. 1650. We add the thickness. We can trim this off too. Now from here to the width of the entrance porch, we have 2375. So we add it here. But it is actually on the same grid with this building right here, with this wall right here. Then we have the WC terminating here. Okay, but the width is more smaller. I think the width should be around 1000. Control Shift T. Okay, how to easily get the width is Control Shift D. You stop it here. Then you add a window thickness of 600. So that is it. So the width is 1050 mm. So I'm gonna trim this off. So this is the first apartment. So this is exactly the same. This is exactly the dimensions and everything of the first apartment. These are the bedroom, the 2-bedroom, the WC here, the other WC here. This is the lobby, the kitchen, the veranda, the dining, the lounge, the WC for the visitors, and the entrance porch. So now this is the other apartment. So for now, we'll be neglecting the other apartments. For now, we'll be neglecting it for now. So we'll be focused on this first apartment. So this particular design will first of all finish everything we have to do on this one before entering this one. And what I'm going to do, that this very important trick I'm going to show you very soon. So let's go ahead with finishing it up. It's a very, very important trick. And let's go place our windows, we place our doors, we place our dimensions, we place our text, everything we want to place on this floor plan. We'll place it. Remember, this plan is a prototype of this other one. So let's start with our doors. So we start labeling our doors, start placing our doors. Start with doors of any dimension, the doors in the kitchen, doors in the bedroom. You can double click here. Then you can make it of any hinge door. Okay, we have door 22. So the width is 900, the height is 21. Seal to story level, I think it should be 0. Then we have hinge door settings. So you can check up any word door design you want to use. You can select any one that suits you. So I'm making use of this design. You can also work on your handle too. Select any handles you want to use. We also have a video in this channel that teaches on doors and door settings. Then move over to the next. We'll allow the uniform frame to be like that. I already selected the door style already. So I think we just click OK. But before then, we can actually remove this direction that shows here by clicking override model view options and removing the open line to remove the dimensions, or rather the directions that shows in your doors. I will click OK. I'll start placing the doors. Remember, these doors are doors of 900 by 21. So we'll place them on where they belong. So we have one here first. These doors are found in the bedrooms, kitchen, and other apartments, other spaces. So we have one here. Before that, we can actually reduce this to 45 degrees. If there is no angle showing here, click on all these to start reflecting. Change the to 45 degrees just to make it slanty like the one we are seeing on the plan. Then move us to the next one. Then door should be like this. Then the kitchen, we have the door here. These are all doors of 900 by 21. Then we have another one again in the kitchen that leads out of the house, the veranda. Alright. Then these are all the doors of 900 by 21. But we have one here too. Also. Then we just move to doors of 750 by 2, which are doors placed in the toilet. So we just change the size here to 750. 750. Then we start placing them at the toilet and WC, or the toilet of the house. This one here. We have another here. We also have one here. Also, we have one left door, which is the entrance door, and entrance door actually double, actually more spacious. So look for entrance door, maybe like double door or double door asymmetric. Let's make it 1-2 instead of 1-5, because it's just a 2-bedroom bungalow. Then we can actually change the thing also, the design, maybe the format design we use, which is this. Put an handle, then move us to the next. I've just selected the design. Okay, it's asking for the side panel, what design we're going to use. I actually use the same design I've used in the first panel. Then move us to the next one. Uniform handles, yes. Then let's remove this opening line also. I'll click OK. I'll place this door here. No, this particular one is still door of 1-2, but they make use of a single leaf. But for this one, I'm making use of double leaf. It's more expressing what it should actually be. Maybe of a double leaf, because big chairs will pass through here. Some chairs are sometimes a little bit bigger than 900 mm. So we're making use of this size here. So we're done placing all the doors. I'll move over to Windows. Then double click on Windows also. Then once this comes up, start placing windows. So we have a mix of this window. Windows of, let me make it of 1-2 by 1-2. Then remember our window height, our door height is 2-1, and window and door heights in most cases are usually on the same level. So our seal to story should be 900, because when you add 900 to 212 to give us 2-1. So after doing this, they'll move over to the next stuff, which is basic window settings. Move next. We'll make all the frames to be uniform in width. We will not edit any search. We just move next, then open this line here. Then we can work on the colors. Let's make all the colors of the window to be uniform, and the color we should use will actually be white. All the colors of the window should be white. So let's look for pent white, or any pen that looks like white. So let's get that done. All right, we have should have white around there. So we have pent titanium white here. So let me click on this on for all the windows. Then the glass, we can make use of any nice glass. Let me have glass lamp. Click OK. Then we'll start placing the windows. We want 2 by 1, 2 windows. The one we're placing should be opening outside. Now to make it to be at the center, bring it at one edge, because it's best the windows are placed in the middle. So the width left is 2100, so we divide it by 2, is 1050. So it's now at the center. This is how to place your windows as easily as possible at the center. Move over to the next window. Once you place this here, you bring it to this edge. You move this to the other edge. You have 1050. So it's now at the center. We place this here also. We bring it to this edge. Ctrl D. 1050. We place it also. $1,050. Move to the kitchen. The places that the center, we put the same process. We have 1025 left, so make it to be 500. All right, having done this, move over to the window at the dining or veranda. Remember, this is already showing us this line. When we have 2 walls at the middle, it will actually show us this line for middle 6. Just click it at that line. That is the center. We also have window at the entrance porch of the same size or around the same size. So, but it's not going to contain. So therefore, I'm going to make this window here to be a bit smaller. And also the left windows left also windows in the toilet. Let me make this window to be 1000 in width. So move this to be at the edge. So having placed our windows, then we'll place the windows at the toilet, which is 600 by 600 in most cases. But we're not going to use this window design. Let's use this single one. So we have 600 in width, 600 in height by 600. Then under the basic window settings, make the frame to be uniform. Then we remove the opening line, this line that is showing here now. We're going to remove it by clicking here. So it's going to be removed. Also work on the materials to be used like the former one. All this should be white. Now this can be glass lamp. Then OK. I'll place the window. One here. Another here. And one more is there. You can actually place it here, then you adjust it It's not much. You must get the accurate point at the initial time. Then Control D, you can adjust it. Yeah, so we're done placing all the doors and windows in this house. So we have this empty opening. We have all these arches in this house. We have an arch here that connects the lounge to the dining. It's still under windows too. We'll make use of empty window opening. You see empty window opening in this your windows. So you can select the particular design you want for your arch. I'm going to make use of this rectangular window opening. Now for the internal arches, we're going to make use of 2,550 for the height. 2,550. Then this will be 0. Then we'll click OK. So this open, you can now adjust the length. So that is done. Then we have another one here too. Alright, so those are the ones we have for the internal. Then for the external, we have one at the front arch here and another one at the back arch here. Then let's come over to the settings too to increase the height. I'm going to increase the height for the external grid. So it's going to be 2,550 instead of 2,1. This will enable us to throw in light better. The window height is 2,1. For making the external arches to be 2,1 also to prevent light, to limit the amount of light. So the external openings should be higher than the window level. So this will be 2,550. Then we'll click OK. Then we can place one here. Adjust the dimension. I'll place the next one here. Alright, so we are done with placing the doors and the windows. Let's dimension. Let's do dimension. So come to dimension settings. Then you can change your marker type to whatever type you want. So I'm working with this existing one. I'll make use of custom height. I'll change my dimension text style to maybe semi-condensed, and I'll increase this to around 2.8. Then this can be 3, and I'll click OK. Dimension my work 3 here as expected. So this is exactly how to dimension your work. And remember, I have not done the other part of the design. I'm going to show you how you can do it so quickly, so easily, without any delay. So that is exactly one of the aim I want to achieve by creating this video for you. Alright, that is how you dimension. You can dimension the many parts of this design. So we're going to run along. So having dimension your work, then you can then start labeling. So we have come over to test also, double click, choose the test type you want, and you start. We have bedroom here. So we duplicate it. If it's too bold, you can reduce it. Control Shift D. We have another bedroom here. So we also have lounge here. We have dining here. We have kitchen here. We have lobby. I'll reduce this also. We have another lobby here. And we have WC/bath here. We have another WC/bath. We have entrance porch. Then we have WC here. Right, so we are done with the dimensioning and the labeling. So, all right. So I've done this. We can then place the other part of the semi-detached to the right hand side. So now to easily place this other part, since they are of the same dimensions, the same spaces, everything are the same, there is no difference at all in anything. If there is a difference, you will not follow this method I'm doing. But if there is no difference, like the one I'm doing right here, just highlight everything. Then you can choose to neglect highlighting this wall that divides them. This is the wall that divides them. So I'm highlighting everything while neglecting the wall that divides them. Now click on Ctrl Shift M. You click on that. Then that is to mirror a copy. Then you come to one of these edge here, which is at the middle, because I want to make it to be at the center. Then you click on it. It automatically rotates or mirror this building like this, as you can see. Then you click. So you are seeing it. So it has automatically created a mirror of this design. Because in semi-detached designs, the two different buildings or the two different apartments are a mirror of the other one. So to easily get it done, just finish designing one part, then before entering the order, then use mirror tool to get it done as easily as possible. When you are creating this and creating this at the same time, to be a lot of work. So you can see how quickly that you can be if you're going to make it a mirror. Then you can just, the only thing you're going to do is to just work on your dimension after them, because it just get a little bit scattered. After you're done with that, then you're good to go. So you can just work on your dimension. All right, I think we are good to go. So this is now how the design is. This is now the design. So have worked on the dimension. So this is how semi-detached are being done. This is how they are being done, as easily as this, as very easy as this. You can duplicate it. If you are designing a semi-detached of a apartment, like a flat that has a story, like the story building, and maybe that has a staircase in the middle. Just finish one part 2, design the staircase space and everything, then mirror it and move it to the other edge after the staircase. Also the same format. You can actually check out what we have done so far. It's show all in 3D. So this is what we have done so far. This is our design. So we can place our DPCs and roof this building. Place our DPC and roof the building. So right now we're going to place our DPC. But before then, when you look at the perspective of this design, when you look at the perspective of the design in the front elevation, this wall that separates them here have something like a slant design here. So what do you think the make is of? The make is of window. So come back to window, empty window opening, inclined top window. Then we can neglect this width first. Then the height can be 2300. Then this is 0. Then I can work on the open settings. This design actually started from the DPC. So the height will be plus DPC. You know, our DPC can be 600 in height. So going to be 2900. And we're going to start from minus 600. Click OK. Show on 3D. Alright, so I've placed the window, which is now acting as this, as you can see. So this is just almost exactly like what we want to achieve. Alright, so but though the window have to come down a bit. But before then, let's just work on the DPC first. So let's get our DPC done. Our DPC will be making of slab. Of thickness, we have thickness should be 600. Then the material we're going to use at the top will be a tiling material. So make use of tiles. Then you're making use of brick, and the under will be an earth material. So click OK. Then place our DPC, ensuring that the geometric method is polygonal, not rectangle, because the building is not rectangle. The building has multiple points, has more than 4 points. So to easily do it very fast, make sure that your hand is on shift key to make sure that your stuff is very straight. So and show on in 3D. So right now we have placed our DPC or placed the DPC. So next thing we're going to do then is to correct this. Remember our DPC in this design has the same, while watching it very clearly, it has the same length. It has the same length over here. So offset this, has the same length as this. Alright, so it has the same length as this one too. I have to confirm a bit. This height it was designed. So let's confirm. Yeah, I think this height was designed. Alright, but let's add our staircase, or rather the steps. Let's add the steps. Remember to easily add steps. Make it of slab. The first step height should be 450. It's coming. It's projecting downwards to minus 150. Okay. So play the step. Remember, a foot thread is 300. So duplicate it, Ctrl Shift D. So the next step is then 300 in height. It's projecting downwards to minus 300. Ctrl Shift D. The next step is then 150 in height, projecting downwards to minus 450. So let's check what we've done so far. So perfect, I've added these steps. Then we'll duplicate it. Ctrl Shift D. And also at the back too. I'll confirm this from the floor plan too. So rotate it here. Alright, so I'm done placing the steps. Then we can also work on this design properly. Remember this design will make use of empty window opening under inclined windows to place the design perfectly. So let's work on where we missed it. Then we'll come to our ground floor plan. Okay. So what the problem here is that this wall where this window opening is placed, we have to start from the DPC. This wall right here. If you love to save yourself, you can just use your trim tool or your split tool to separate this wall from this. You can actually split this wall so you have a separate wall for empty window opening. For this design, you can split your wall. So you are free to have a separate wall. So this wall now where this empty window opening is placed, we have to start. The wall have to start from the DPC. So the wall now we have additional 600 here at the top to it. Then to start from minus 600 because it's going downwards. So click OK. So let's see what the effect I've done. So So this is the wall we have created. I click on this wall right in the 3D, drag it down, Ctrl D. That's what I want. Yeah, so I think this is a carbon copy of this design. If you watch, we're just trying to get it done just now, but before then also this design also have an offset out of this after this building. It has an offset, so it's actually have an offset. So I'm going to soon get that one done. So offsetted, this is 674, so by maybe 750 or 800. Yeah, so offsetted something like this. So this is how the design is. So you can see how we did this. You can see how we did this. How we created this in our design. Just like the 3D. Remember the first thing we do. First thing you're going to do is to split off your walls. Make sure that the wall is separate. Then you can make the wall to be 3006. Bringing 600 down to the DPC. Then you come to Windows. Come to empty window opening and click on incline top windows. We set the height of the incline windows to suit to be aligned with the height you have just used. Then you come here also, make sure that the slanting angle is very long. You slant with what you are doing. Then you click OK, you place it here, and that is it for that. If the slanting angles is not very sharp, you can do that by yourself and make it more sharp. So what do I mean? You can come over here, come to the settings. Alright, so having done that, then we can work on the roofing. Just like how I've roofed other designs, I work on the roofing and finish up your design. Just like how I've done our previous design, just follow the same settings on how we have roofed this design, place our parapet or concrete facial, the roofing, and also the surroundings. See you.